Here we have a problem on percentage. Okay, let's go over the question. John got 50% of the questions correct on a 40 question test and 80% on a 80 question test. What percent of all questions did John get correct? Okay, so in both the tests, what is the total number of questions? For that, we have to add 40 and 80 because in the first test we have 40 questions. In the second test, we have 80 questions. When we add them, the total number of questions in the both the tests will be 1 and 20. Okay, now let's find the number of questions John got correct in the first test, that is 40 questions test. Okay, let's find that in 40 question test. Okay, so let's find the number of questions John got correct. So for that, we have to multiply this 50% and the number of questions in the first test, that is 40, because he got 50% of the questions correct. So 50% times the number of questions in the first test, which is 40. So 50% can be converted to decimal. So for that, we have to write 50% as 50 over 100. So we know that whenever we have percent for a number, it has to be compared to 100. So 50% can be written as a fraction, 50 over 100. And when we simplify this one, we'll be getting 0.5. So 50% can be written as 0.5 times 40, which results 0.5 times 40 will be 20. So in the first test, which contains 40 questions, John got 20 questions correct. Okay, now let's find the number of questions John got correct in the second test, which has 80 questions. So for that, we have to multiply this 80% and the number of questions in the second test, that is 80. So 80% times 80, and let's convert this 80% to decimal. So 80% can be written as 80 over 100. So when it is simplified, it will become 0.8. So 0.8 times 80. So 0.8 times 80 will be 64. So out of the 80 questions in the second test, John got 64 questions correct. Okay, now let's find the total number of questions John got correct. So in the first test, in the 40 question test, he got 20 questions correct. In the 80 questions test, he got 64 questions correct. So the total number of questions he got correct in both the tests is 20 plus 64 will become 84. So he got 84 questions correct in both the tests. Okay, to get the percentage of the total number of questions he got correct in both the tests, so what we need is first to write the total number of questions he got correct in numerator by the total number of questions in both the tests, that is 1 and 20, and this fraction has to be multiplied by 100 to convert this value to percentage. So this value gives the percentage of questions John got correct in both the questions. So we can use calculator to get a value of this one. Okay, let me do it. So when I simplify this one using calculator, I got 70. So in both the tests, John got 70% of the questions correct.